I want to talk about ChatGPT Work, without using the word productivity like it owes me money. OpenAI launched it this week. Product Hunt has it on today's leaderboard, and the official pitch is simple. An agent inside ChatGPT that can take on more ambitious work. It can gather information across apps and workflows, create finished materials like sheets, slides, docs, and web apps, and stay with complex projects for hours by breaking them into smaller steps. That is the headline. The introvert translation is quieter. A lot of work that used to require a coordination personality can now start with one person, one goal, and a machine that keeps going after the first prompt. The old way of doing this kind of work is socially expensive. Say you need a customer analysis, a launch plan, a board update, or a competitive teardown. You do not just do the work. You ask for files. You chase context. You ask who owns the spreadsheet. You wait for someone to remember which deck is current. You book a sync because the notes are scattered across Slack, Drive, email, docs, and the one person who says, "I think I saw that somewhere." Half the task is not thinking. Half the task is gathering permission from the room. ChatGPT Work matters because it is built around the full, messy project, not the clean prompt. OpenAI says it brings together context from team tools and turns scattered notes, drafts, and ideas into finished work, while you stay in control. Product Hunt describes it as an agent that can take action across your apps and files, stay with a project for hours if needed, and turn a goal into finished work. That is a different category from asking a chatbot for a summary. It is closer to handing a private analyst a messy folder and saying, "Come back with the first real version." The test I would run is painfully specific. Pick one project you have been avoiding because it requires too much coordination. Not your whole company. One artifact. A customer feedback brief, a sales dashboard, a launch memo, a weekly investor update. Connect only the sources it needs. Then give ChatGPT Work a goal, not a vague vibe. Read these files, identify the 3 strongest patterns, cite the source for every claim, create a one-page memo, and list what still needs a human decision. The last line matters. A good agent should not pretend the whole job is done when judgment is still missing. If it works, the relief is not that you become faster. It is that the first version stops being a public performance. You can let the agent gather, sort, compare, draft, and make the ugly middle visible before anyone else sees it. That changes the emotional physics of work. Introverts often do not hate collaboration. We hate premature collaboration, showing the idea while it is still fog, before it has evidence, structure, and a place to stand. ChatGPT Work is interesting because it gives the fog a private place to condense. My favorite use case is the meeting replacement. Imagine a Monday morning update. Instead of collecting notes from 5 people, asking for metrics, and turning chaos into a deck, the agent reads the relevant files, checks the project tasks, identifies missing owners, drafts the update, and leaves you with 3 decisions to confirm. You still own the message. You still decide what gets sent, but the ritual of asking everyone to narrate their week out loud starts to look less like teamwork and more like a very expensive file sync protocol. There are caveats, and they are not small. Do not connect every app just because the button is there. Start with low-risk materials. Watch permissions, check citations, verify numbers. If the output affects money, hiring, health, legal work, security, or public claims, treat it as a first analyst draft, not an oracle. Also, finished-looking work can be dangerous because polish creates trust before accuracy earns it. The quiet discipline is to make the agent show its sources, its assumptions, and its uncertainty before you let the slide deck leave the room. My verdict: worth testing immediately for people who already use ChatGPT or Codex and keep drowning in scattered context. Skip the grand transformation speech. Try it on one recurring deliverable that currently causes 3 pings and 1 meeting. If it can turn scattered notes into a draft you would actually edit, that is enough. The bigger signal is not that AI will do every job. It is that one careful person can now assemble more of the surrounding team around a task, on demand, without becoming louder. That is the part I think introverts should pay attention to. You do not have to become the coordination personality. You just need better tools around the work. The product is not the point. The relief is starting real work without performing the first meeting.